Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for. Death, therefore, the most awful of evils, is nothing to us, seeing that, when we are, death has not come, and, when death has come, we are not. Of all the means to ensure happiness throughout the whole life, by far the most important is the acquisition of friends. Death does not concern us, because as long as we exist, death is not here. And when it has come, we no longer exist. The wealth required by nature is limited and is easy to procure, but the wealth required by vain ideals extends to infinity. You don't develop courage by being happy in your relationships every day. You develop it by surviving difficult times and challenging adversity. It is folly for a man to pray to the gods for that which he has the power to obtain by himself. I have never wished to cater to the crowd, for what I know they do not approve, and what they approve I do not know. It is not so much our friends' help that helps us as the confident knowledge that they will help us. If the gods listened to the prayers of men, all humankind would quickly perish, since they constantly pray for many evils to befall one another. I am writing this not to many, but to you. Certainly we are a great enough audience for each other. Don't fear the gods, don't worry about death. What is good is easy to get, and what is terrible is easy to endure. The noble man is chiefly concerned with wisdom and friendship. Of these, the former is a mortal good, the latter an immortal one. We must, therefore, pursue the things that make for happiness, seeing that when happiness is present, we have everything, but when it is absent, we do everything to possess it. It is better for you to be free of fear lying upon a pallet, than to have a golden couch and a rich table and be full of trouble. He who says either that the time for philosophy has not yet come or that it has passed is like someone who says that the time for happiness has not yet come or that it has passed. The gods can either take away evil from the world and will not, or, being willing to do so cannot, or they neither can nor will, or lastly, they are able and willing. The time when you should most of all withdraw into yourself is when you are forced to be in a crowd. If you wish to make Pythocles rich, do not add to his store of money, but subtract from his desires. The purpose of all knowledge, metaphysical as well as scientific, is to achieve what Epicurus called ataraxia, freedom from irrational fears and anxieties of all sorts, in brief, peace of mind. Misfortune seldom intrudes upon the wise man, his greatest and highest interests are directed by reason throughout the course of life. The wise man who has become accustomed to necessities knows better how to share with others than how to take from them, so great a treasure of self-sufficiency has he found. I never desired to please the rabble. What pleased them, I did not learn, and what I knew was far removed from their understanding. We should look for someone to eat and drink with before looking for something to eat and drink. If the gods listened to the prayers of men, all men would quickly have perished, for they are forever praying for evil against one another. Of all the things which wisdom acquires to produce the blessedness of the complete life, for the greatest is the possession of friendship. It is not the pretended but the real pursuit of philosophy that is needed, for we do not need the appearance of good health but to enjoy it in truth. We must exercise ourselves in things which bring happiness, since, if that be present, we have everything, and if that be absent, all our actions are directed toward attaining it. If a person fights the clear evidence of his senses, he will never be able to share in genuine tranquility. We need to set our affections on one good man and keep him constantly before our eyes, so that we may live as if he were watching us and do everything as if he saw what we were doing.